Well, thank you for coming back on my show.
Yeah, of course.
Well, let's talk about your latest you were on Nickelodeon,
Yes, I
and what
was.
can you tell everyone about that?
Well, that was my first co-star role. It was really exciting. I remember getting the audition and being really excited about it. My mom helped me audition for it, and then I submitted it. And the next day I had a photo shoot, but I got a call from my agent saying that I got pinned for the role. And that was really exciting. And so then it was, I would say, 2 days of waiting until I found out that I got the role. And when I found out, I was laying in bed, and then I got the email saying that I booked the role, and I was I was freaking out.
And what can you tell everyone about it?
Um, well, it was a small role, but I was able to play one of the sisters' friends. It's about a sleepover, and um the sister's really like competitive, and it just ends with one friend staying, and yeah.
That's good.
So
When does it air? Has it already been aired?
yeah, it already aired in March.
And where was it filmed at?
It was filmed in New Mexico, Albuquerque, here in
Okay.
Albuquerque. Yeah.
And then of course you were in the God's Truck as well, and that was it's about,
Yeah.
two friends investigating a mysterious light. And
Yes.
that was also filmed in Albuquerque as well.
Yes. Yes, that was an indie film that I did.
And what can you tell everyone about that film as well?
So that was with director David B. Johnny. Um, so I filmed that in one day. It was a little bit difficult because there wasn't really a lot of lines. Because I didn't have any lines in that. So I feel like when it comes to acting and there's no lines, I feel like it's a lot more difficult. Um, it was it was a lot of fun. We drove all the way to the mountain area to film it, and yeah, it was really exciting.
And that was all filmed in New Mexico as well.
Yes.
That's good. What can you tell me upcoming projects you have?
So I booked another co-star role, but I can't really say a lot about it. It was And then that same week when I booked that co-star role, I also booked a commercial. So that was a lot. I would say that was a lot of work I had to do in one week, but it was also like um really a lot of really exciting, and I was pretty busy that entire week. When it comes to modeling, I have some pretty big stuff planned the end of next month as well. So I guess it's kind of just like a waiting game for stuff to be released.
Right. And you're still
Yeah.
modeling, of course.
Yes.
That's good. Any more have any modeling runway shows upcoming or any of that?
So I'm going to New York next month. I'm going for a modeling camp out there. It's called the Coco Rocha Modeling Camp. And then after that, I'm going to spend a few more days building my portfolio with other photographers. And I, so the camp was like around $3,000. So during spring, I made sure to save all that money so I could go to that camp. So I've been preparing for it like pretty much every day, by like going to the gym, eating healthy, and taking good care of myself to make sure that my portfolio looks really good when I'm out there.
That's good. And this is your first time going to New York for your
Yes, I've never been to New York before. This is the first time
and then
ever.
this is your first time going to this modeling
I
runway
mean,
show?
yeah, I don't really know what to expect. When I think of New York, I just think of like a bunch of buildings and stuff. I never thought of myself going to New York because it was just so far away. But now that I'm actually going, it's just like I don't really know what to expect, which is also pretty exciting.
That's good.
Hmm.
That's amazing that you're excited to go to New York and
Yeah.
and all this. And yeah, you're right, eating healthy and we all have to eat healthy. I have to admit
Yeah.
that. And so it doesn't matter what age we are. We try to stay healthy and that helps our body. And so last time I remember you're doing your modeling, you're doing your acting.
Mhm.
You have any upcoming project that you're gonna be in LA for acting or any of that stuff?
At the moment, no, but I'm still non-union, but I'm hoping to try and get into SAG by next year and probably try expanding into LA
Hmm.
because that's I want to work in both New Mexico and LA. That's like the goal. Same with modeling. I want to do modeling in New Mexico, like stay doing modeling in New Mexico and LA just to like expand. But for right now, my plan is just to build my portfolio here in New
Right.
Mexico.
And only in New Mexico, you said, or
Oh, so I'm gonna build it in New Mexico and then I want to expand to LA.
that's good.
Yeah.
And have you ever been to LA?
Yes, a lot of times. I really like California, especially like the San Diego beach.
Hmm.
So I've been there like a lot, so I'm more like more used to that state.
Yeah, it's very beautiful out
Yeah.
in LA and all that stuff. So,
Mhm.
and that's congratulations again for being on Nickelodeon. That's your first
Yeah.
time being on Nickelodeon, is that correct?
Yeah, I remember when I got the email, I started crying because I think that was my second edition that I got when I got signed with my agent. So that was like I wasn't expecting to get booked that quickly, so that was like really really exciting. Yeah, I had a lot of fun on that set though. I was very like nervous because I didn't really know what to expect because I was still pretty much like a new like actor. But I think it's something like I'll never forget. Like it's like the beginning of like a chapter to me. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's good. And I noticed, you had the white vans, the vans. You had your own personal van, you had your name
Yeah.
on it, and
Yeah.
um, I bet there was a lot of cast members there,
Yes, there is. Yeah. Loud House has a pretty big cast.
and I bet you made new friends.
Yeah. It was well, it was really funny because I'm 20, but I'm playing a 14. So my co-stars, they're all like 15 and they're like a lot younger. So it was really funny. Because I look really young for my age and I'm almost 21 too. So
Did other cast members knew your age?
at first I didn't, but then when I was asked, a lot of them were like surprised by it. And there was like some of the crew thought I was a kid. Well, I get that a lot, so
Yeah.
mhm.
And how long did it take to film the Really Loud House on season 2,
Um,
episode 3? And you played Amber, by the way.
yeah, so I would say it took like 2.5 weeks. No, a
Hmm.
week, I think. We filmed it last summer in May, I believe, May or June. So yeah, it wasn't that long for filming. Usually co-star roles are like a couple of days.
But-
Yeah.
and then of course you play with other cast members and all that.
Mhm.
Hopefully you get to work on Nickelodeon again.
Yeah, it was really exciting. I was really thankful for the opportunity.
Yeah, and so your agents helped you with that, and you said you have an upcoming project as well,
Yeah.
another acting role. Is that also a lead role as well?
It was another co-star role.
Hmm.
So it was kind of like Loud House, but um I can't really say much about it,
Right,
but um that one was also a lot of fun. And then that same week it was the commercial I did.
right.
Yeah.
You know, and the one thing I noticed now your hair is long, but when I saw you on Nickelodeon, your hair was short.
Yeah. Yeah. I ended up cutting my hair really short last year, but
Was that because they were requesting, they want you to play? No, it's just
no, I see. I bleached my hair and I over bleached it. So, my hair was really damaged, so I had to end up cutting it and letting it breathe for a while. So, yeah.
and oh, you said that's why your hair is.
Yeah, I like staying with blonde. I plan on going lighter though, more of like an Anya Taylor-Joy type of hair color.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I saw you and Nickelodeon getting around the kitchen, you're eating food
Yeah.
and that's amazing. That's amazing.
Mhm.
And again, it's still hard to believe you were the oldest one on the set, even though it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Um, try to, it's kind of good that you were now, you look young and all the cast members didn't think you're that age. So, now you said New York, and is it going to be in August or is that September you're coming out?
So it's gonna be at the end of August.
Hmm.
So I'm going to this model camp. It's called the Coco Rocha modeling camp. Coco Rocha is a supermodel. So she teaches about the business, she teaches us about posing, runway walking, and we also get like a photo shoot at the end. So that camp is around 3 days. So I'm gonna go there for 3 days. And then after I plan on shooting with a couple of other photographers out there one on one
Hmm.
to help like build up my portfolio. So I could try to like expand to like LA for modeling. And that's the plan. I'm very nervous because I want to be like fit enough, like with working out. I want to be fit enough by then. So it kind of feels like I don't know how to explain it. Like I feel like there isn't enough time. So I feel like I'm constantly just like working out because like I'm working out at least like 6 days a week because that's like because I spent like so much money on New York. I want to make sure that like I'm happy with my portfolio out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you mind me asking, the purpose of this, runway shoot or portfolio is does this organization help other models to expand? Is that correct?
Yes. Um, so I feel like I'm very educated in the film industry, but when it comes to modeling, I don't feel like I know a lot about the business. So that's why I want to go ahead and go to this camp so I have more of a better
Mm-hmm.
understanding. Just in like if I want to do like a bigger market for modeling, like California,
Mm-hmm.
because New Mexico is doing really, really, really great with film. Like we're booming here in film. So I want to go out there and learn more about it, if that makes sense. Because I,
Yeah.
I do a lot of like trade for prints, but I want to do more of like the business side of modeling. And I also want to like expand like my networking also in New York too.
And how did you find out about this?
I found out about it by a photographer. So I was shooting with him and two other models, and he brought it up, talking about it, saying that it's a really good like opportunity. So I decided to look into it last summer, and I didn't have the money last summer, so I didn't do it. But this time around, I decided to work and to save up the money to actually go. and I had to stay really committed to it. So I worked and I worked like doubles to save up, and then I was able to finally be able to pay it off and go.
That's amazing. And how
Yeah.
long is this? You said it's 2 weeks, or is it?
Oh, it's only for 3 days.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
3 days in New York. That's
Yeah.
amazing. And then you're gonna go all the way to New York and then come back.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
amazing that you found out about it. It's a good opportunity. I believe it will be a good opportunity and helps other models out there. And so,
Yeah.
um, amazing to help you build portfolio. Tongue twisting there, but yeah, it'll help you grow and all that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I believe there's one in LA, LA as well. I heard. If I'm not
Oh,
wrong.
really? Yeah. And then for school, I'm planning on going online this semester for school, just so I can have more of an opening for modeling and acting.
Hmm.
Because I want like the end of like 2024 to be like my expansion year. I want to be able to expand more and like do a lot more. And school's a lot as it is. So I was fully in person last semester. So I thought maybe just going completely just online will be able to open up more my availability to do more stuff and to work more.
And you can remind me, you're going to be a you're going to be a junior this year.
Yes, I'm going to be a
Okay,
junior.
I was going to say a sophomore, but I was like, no, you're going to be a junior. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I remember the last time you were on my show, you said you were going to you're still in your freshman year. Yeah,
Yes.
in your freshman year.
Yeah.
So. And are you also going to school for acting as well? I don't remember if you told me that or no.
Last time I was undecided, but I'm going to school for business. Um, I did take a few theater classes at
Hmm.
UNM though. That really did help me. But I think business would be a really good choice for me because I've always wanted to start a business like ever since I was in high school. And it's also good, especially when it comes to like filming and acting, because yourself is the brand, and learning about business can really help with the
Right,
industry.
that's
Yeah.
true. Are you also hoping to start your own, film industry, film business in New Mexico?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. Like probably like years in the future, I want to start like an entertainment in like in Hollywood. I want to I want to start it. I have this idea where it's called like an entertainment, and there's like with modeling, acting, and music. And I want it to be like an agency, but I want to start that like in the future, probably like in my 30s or 40s from now. Yeah.
To grow and have your own studio and grow and
Yeah.
have your film industry. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I believe I believe you can do it. Anybody can do it, passion and grow the industry. And I think, you're gonna help the next generation as well.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
But before I do that, I do also want to direct a few like films. I also want to be a director as well. That is one of my dreams, is
Hmm.
to direct films or also be a producer, because I feel like I'm also very creative when it comes to behind the scenes of stuff.
Right.
So I also want to try that.
Well, that's good. I believe, that's good. You want to be a film and, go behind the scenes and make films and all that stuff. That's good. You want to be a producer. Have you always wanted to be a producer and director?
I didn't until my senior year of high school when I took a film class, and we made a few films, and I was like, hey, this is actually a lot of fun. I like
Hmm.
this. And then I a lot of times I have shower thoughts of like ideas, and I just I think I have a really like creative mind, because there's like so much stuff like I want to do like behind the scenes when it comes to like modeling. Like I feel like scouting for modeling would
Hmm.
also be fun, like for runway shows, or even like designing clothes for like fashion shows would be fun. Um, or even like, creating like music also would be fun because I used to play bass. I I just really like the behind the scenes for it. Like if I could help like other people as well.
Yeah, that's good. I like that idea.
Mhm.
That's really, really good. So do you have any, are you gonna start writing your film ideas on paper and start trying to produce it?
Yeah, I've written a few film ideas before. I think I'm pretty good at writing scripts. I write them pretty quickly, and a lot of times I have like new ideas that constantly pop up.
Hmm.
But I would say writing and directing are the two like main things I love doing.
Right. Other
Or
than
like,
modeling.
yeah, yeah. The main things I like doing like behind the scenes for like film.
Hmm. So you like to be you're more a director and producer instead of acting.
I like all of them honestly.
Hmm.
I like all of them, but when it comes to behind the scenes, that's what I like to do. But when it comes to directing, producing, writing, acting, those four are like by far my favorite.
Well, that's amazing. That's
Mhm.
amazing. So what's your dream film that you want to produce?
Action. I love action. I've always loved action. I want to do an action adventure dystopian type
Hmm.
film. I've always been a big fan of like the Hunger Games, Mad Max, just any of those action adventure films. That's something I would love to be produced. But a lot of people like when I tell them, "Oh, I really love Mad Max." A lot of times they're like really shocked because like I don't know, they just saw they're like, "Whoa, wasn't expecting you
Hmm.
to like that." I really love Mad Max
It's
like a
Mad
lot.
Max is a great film.
Yes, yes.
I agree, 100%. And it's a great film, great, how it's action and all that stuff's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
I love it. I love like when it comes to like the choreography,
hmm.
the intense of like certain scenes. I love it so much. Like I also would love to be in like a film like that. Like something like intense, like action oriented.
Hmm.
Um Directing it, acting in it. I love those type of films.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
Your dream can come true, 100%. You know, um, but yeah, I just wanted to have you back on my show because you were on Nickelodeon. So, and God's Truck and and you're modeling, and you're going to New York and you have other upcoming projects, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome, and like I said, it doesn't seem like you're a beginner actress.
Yeah. I didn't start like acting until after I graduated from high school. Then I took acting classes.
Hmm.
But I try to practice as much as possible. When it comes to like my favorite movies, I love practicing those scenes
Yeah.
and really getting into it. I feel like when it comes to trying to act, I feel like it's all in the way you talk, how
Right.
natural you talk. I feel like that's what I do a lot when it comes to
Mhm.
acting. It's about how natural you talk with it.
That's true. And I bet your mom must be so happy that you were on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, my mom is. My mom's really supportive. My mom and my stepdad are one of my biggest supporters.
Did
I
they both help you practice your role?
um they when it comes to like practicing my acting, not really. I usually do that on my own. But when it comes to like auditions and stuff, they help me a lot. Like I don't know what I would do without them because honestly they're really supportive
Hmm.
for everything I'm doing.
That's amazing. That's amazing to
Yeah.
have family support. So if you mind
Yeah.
me asking, what did your mom help you practice for Nickelodeon?
She helped me practice the audition. I she I told her about the whole scene. Like when I get an edition, I will like read through it and stuff. Cause sometimes I'll get like editions that are like a lot of pages, and we'll just like go through it. And I think she helps me with like I would say like 90% of my editions that I do. Like let's just say like I get an edition and it's due really soon. Like she'll help me like right away.
Hmm.
Like she'll stay up late for me to help me record it and then just to submit it just to like turn it in early.
Hmm. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you turned it, you put it in and everything. And, I
Mhm.
didn't know it was filmed in New Mexico. I thought you went to LA to do that Nickelodeon.
Oh, there's a lot of films filming in New Mexico. Like it's really exciting because we have like some big projects that are starting to like that are coming here, and it's so exciting because we're booming so much like in the film industry. So like there's like a lot of opportunities, especially for like New Mexico actors.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. I'm
Mhm.
proud of you. And keep up the good work. And, you know, um, you're always welcome back on my show. I always want to hear all the good projects and stories you're doing. And you have to let me know how you did in New York.
Okay, yeah. You know.
Please do. And and of course you're posting on your Instagram, you're doing it's amazing how, as a community we're supporting each other in this entertainment industry. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, and back to family, it's good the family supporting each other. That's the
Yeah.
number one
Yes.
thing. But how long, before I let you go, how long did it take you to do audition for the Nickelodeon?
So I got the edition and then it was due in like 2 days, I think. So we do self tapes. So because this was last summer, so it's kind of hard to remember. I think I got the edition over email, and then I got the script, and then I filmed it on myself. I self taped it, filmed it, and then turned it in. And then I didn't hear back until I think like a week later
Hmm.
that I got pinned, and then 2 days later I found out that I booked it.
Wow, that's
Yeah, so
amazing.
everything, yeah, that's the thing about this industry. A lot of it is like quick. Like a lot of things, you get an audition, film it, like it's
Right.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah, you really didn't think you were gonna get the role.
Um, I didn't know honestly, because it was still like pretty early in from being signed as like an actor under my agency. Um, so I was like, I'll just do it because who knows? Like, and I was pretty shocked, honestly, that I did get it that quickly.
Well, that's amazing. That's
Mhm.
awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And of course, I can't wait for your other upcoming projects so we can talk about it on my show again next
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Well,
I
thank you
Yeah, of
again
course.
for coming on my show.
Thank you for
And
having
you're
me.
always welcome back on my show. So I do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And again, please, I'd love to have you back about your, like I said, your upcoming projects and talk about your New York experience.
All right, yeah. I think the only thing else I have next planned for film is probably like an indie film I'm doing.
Hmm.
Like micro agreement indie film. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just mostly just preparing for New York.
Well, it's good. You should be proud.
Yeah.
It's a, and, it's a big step for you, right?
Yes, I feel like it is, especially when for modeling, and especially New York being like the capital of like modeling.
Hmm. I bet your
I'm
family is proud.
Yeah, my stepdad is because my stepdad told me this. He said that if I could save up the $3,000 for camp, he will go with me to New York. So I was like, okay. going to do this. I'm going to save up the $3,000.
Yeah, that's good. I'm so proud. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep it up. Keep up the good work, and let me know how New York was, and when you have back on my show, I'd love to talk more about it.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. Thank
Well,
you. Of
thank you for coming on, Paris,
course. Thank
and you
you.
enjoy your rest of your day.
All right, you too.
Thank you. Have a good one.